Alrighty, hello everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. In today's episode, we got our boy one Robbie V
He's
back.
back.
He was
Looking kawaii.
so graciously graced Europe with his presence, but you know they couldn't afford his appearance fee for that long. Yeah, so he's back. We have him for this episode. He talks about everything that happened on his side of the wedding, his experiences, his stories. We hear all about that. We're gonna hear next week about his honeymoon. We also talked about, I got a couple movie reviews. We talked about State of the Play or PlayStation State of Play. Talk about something else somewhere in there, but a bunch of stories and whatnot. I think you guys will enjoy, so stay tuned.
This episode of the GG Over Easy podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Halloween lets us have fun with what scares us, but what about those fears that don't involve zombies and ghosts? Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them. BetterHelp taught me a lot of tools to overcome my fear of being a has-been streamer or a has-been content creator and come over those fears and just learn that, it's myself calling myself that. They set boundaries and showed me ways to empower myself and talk to myself a little bit nicer. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GG today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GG. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this podcast. Sweater weather pants perfectly with savory fall foods, but with your busy schedule, sometimes it's hard to eat like that when you want to. That's where Factor comes in. Their chefs do the shopping and the chopping to bring fresh, never frozen, fully cooked meals right to your doorstep. All you have to do is heat and eat it. All of their meals are dietitianary approved, so you know what you're getting and the nutrition you need along with the fall flavors that you crave. You guys know how much Mr. Fruit Blue and I love our Factor meals. They're so delicious. They're so good. There hasn't been one that I haven't liked. Whether you're managing calories, maximizing your protein intake, or simply trying to eat more balanced, Factor has dietitianary approved meals that will help you hit your wellness goals. Choose from 6 meals preferences, including keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and to round out your order, nutritious rich smoothies, snacks, and energy shots to keep you satisfied all day long. Head to factormeals.com/GG50 and use code GG50 to get 50% off your first month and 20% off your next month. That's code GG50 at factormeals.com/GG50 to get 50% off your first month plus 20% off your next month. What are you eating?
Chocolate.
Oh.
Get blood sugar up,
Sure, you old man. Like, whatever.
Hey, don't knock my compression.
I don't eat chocolate because, I gotta get my blood sugar up. I just eat it because it tastes good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. This time with 100% more Rob. He's back.
Unfortunate to the guy in the comment section. I forgot what his name was. He had a hilarious comment. It made me laugh. I didn't listen to the podcast, but I went through the comments.
What was
He
the comment?
Basically on such a line as the podcast is way better due to this conversation with Rob not being in it or something like that.
What?
So tough for that guy.
Man.
Did he think
What's
he
that
was
about, man?
Did he think
Made me giggle. Made me giggle. I think that stuff's kind of funny though.
it is kind of funny, but it's also like, do you think you're gonna win me and Fruit over?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. You're right. We should boo Rob in the podcast. He's just the worst.
Good to be back though. Good to
have
be
you.
back.
Reminds me of
podcast.
Well, yesterday I was streaming, and
as you do,
as I do when I forget I stream, there's a chat, and I look over, and literally I just look randomly at the chat, and the first message I see, it's just like, "Bro, you fell off so hard. You used to be so cool in D1 or something." I'm like, "All right, man. Yeah, you have a nice day too." And I'm like, "That's why I don't look at chat." So anyway,
that's where your mods at, bro. I will say Twitch does this weird thing where your mods will delete something, but then when they delete it, you can still faintly read it. So it's like, what?
I don't know who they're fooling. But
it's just funny.
You're not fooling anybody because you're back. It's real.
Yeah, good to be back. Boom.
Back from the land of the brubs with the ring.
Holy shit.
Check it out.
The band.
Okay. Yeah. Boom. One ring to rule them all.
But let's talk about the real accessory. What's with the Timo hat?
Yeah. Good question. This was actually gifted to us from who we stayed with. His name is Michael in Munich,
Oh,
and he went to the LEC thing, and they got Sydney and I this. The other one was BMO. All right, so I don't have any Timo
BMO.
skins, so
Fair.
I just took the
Yeah, that's
the
all right.
vanilla. So like pocket pick type shit.
A little normie, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody likes a team up player, but
that's true. I really hate a Timo player.
we don't hate having you back. We missed you. We hope
Good
you
to be
enjoyed
back.
your honeymoon.
It was fun.
We're looking forward to hearing
You
about.
did. I just told you about it. I said it was fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. So anyway, geez, Chatty Cathy, Rob, like leave some room for the both of us. We'll get to that. I think this episode will for sure be touching on your side of the wedding.
Yeah. My side. There was your side.
Well, I mean, like I recounted like what happened, but I was like,
Oh, okay. I would
like,
love to
who
hear
knows
like your
Rob's
stories
story?
because like I don't know who you talked to throughout the night.
Probably not as interesting as yours.
Okay.
I just threw some shade at some of the high school people. That's really about it.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I did hear that you said I do have some like cool friends. Was that
Well,
is
yeah,
that how it
like
was
back from
prefaced?
back from like the high school, like
Yeah.
they were the cool kids or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. Only
yeah, and
a
then they
select few though made it. Like there wasn't like
true.
a whole ton of them.
Well, maybe in
Well.
your eyes, that's how you view them. But
Okay.
no, but we'll get to all that soon enough. We're also gonna be talking about, I believe, state of play and whatnot, in the next episode, because I'm sure you got plenty to talk about. We'll go through recounting Rob's honeymoon. But
Yeah.
before we get to your wedding, because I know I will definitely forget to get to it, I have 3 quick movie reviews
Oh.
for Mr. Fritz Corner.
Okay.
Starting off
Hold
with
on. I have to do.
Beetlejuice. Oh, we got
We,
an
we, we
intro.
gotta do a
Okay.
jingle. We gotta do a jingle.
Beetlejuice.
We gotta do a jingle.
Okay, jingle. Do the jingle.
It's Mr. Fruits, Mr. Fruits, Mr. Fruits movie
get
review corner.
Na-na-na-na. We can work on it. We'll workshop it, but I think there's something there. There's a good base. And speaking of starting, we're gonna start off with Beetlejuice. Went to go see it with my mom.
Have you seen the original?
Yes, and it gave me nightmares.
Okay.
Um,
You'd have to waterboard me to get that information out.
I saw it when I was like 6, maybe,
Okay.
and bro, creeped
16.
me out. Yeah, so it was last year, bro. I watched this. Now I watched it when I was like 6, and I wasn't supposed to, but it was
Okay.
at my Mimi's house, who infamously has this VHS walls even. And what I mean is like literally one of her rooms, just shelves on shelves on shelves on shelves of all these home recorded VHS tapes.
Oh.
Because she just enjoyed it. She went through and essentially um put in blank VHS tapes back in the day, recorders, and just taped live programs. So she taped anytime a
FBI.
movie came out. I know, right? Anytime a movie was on the TV back then or whatever. I mean, this was like in the
Boom.
90s or something, 80s, 90s.
Blank tape and throw that thing in.
But yeah, I mean, like a wall of like literally everything. It was insane.
Talk about like a
I don't even
dead
think she
piece of
watched
like
them, but
media or like thing to use. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Well,
if
now
someone told you like to record on a VHS, like would you even know how to do that? But your little grandma could.
and well, she could, and she did. But so she would have that huge wall, and so when we'd stay over there, and my parents were doing stuff, my older brother would go in there and just pick out movies. At the very least, I at the time probably should not have been watching. One of them being Beetlejuice, the first one.
Yeah.
Terrifying, bro. I watched that back. First off, I know it's old because they dropped 2 F-bombs. They got a whorehouse and a couple
I
other
don't
things,
remember
and
that.
it's rated PG.
Good
This
old days,
was
bro.
yeah,
Now
this was
everything's
like
all woke.
late 80s, right before I believe it's the Indiana Jones that actually ended up, I think, starting the discussion. It was whatever one I can't remember, like rips out the heart at the end of it.
Temple of Doom.
Probably Temple of Doom, yeah. I believe that's what sort of set in motion the need to reassess movie ratings. And then that's when we sort of moved to what we have today.
I don't know, man. Good old days.
Freaking Tim Burton, bro. I mean,
I'm not a big Tim Burton fan, I'll admit, too. Like,
okay,
I'm
fair.
not.
He's an acquired taste, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Before I went to go see the sequel the night before, I was like, okay, the last time I saw it was when I was 6. So I should probably rewatch it.
Rip this Band-Aid off.
Yeah, it's like I've been avoiding this for a while, but all right, let's relive some. And it still gave me, it's still just sort of like his vision. It's just a little like skin crawly, just like the way he depicts like the underworld and stuff, like just unsettling. Not in like a bad way, but like the vibe.
Is
And
this
now
PG today? Like, is the movie PG or PG-13?
it's still rated PG, but I mean, it
No,
ain't.
no. The movie that came out this year, like the newest one.
PG-13.
Okay.
So I rewatched it, and to be fair, I was rewatching. I was like, yeah, I understand why Lil Me had nightmares. Yeah, that makes I can't blame myself.
Tonight.
Yeah, oh my god. So I refreshed, went to go see it, and the best way I could put it is it felt like the spiritual successor to Beetlejuice, but a little more modernized. I think he did a pretty good job of bringing it back with Tim Burton's little spin on it. I think
How
if
was Michael
you
Keaton?
good, yeah, Michael Keaton was good. I feel like the whole cast was pretty good. I don't know why they didn't bring back Alec Baldwin. I wonder if it's because of all this recent controversy.
Probably.
That'd be my guess. They don't even address him. I think at one point they just say like they moved out or something.
Yeah,
Because
I don't even remember his
rewatching it.
character.
Well, he's like the main character. So I was rewatching Beetlejuice, and I'm like, wait, that's Alec Baldwin. I do not remember that.
That was
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, he was so young. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good modernized rendition. Had some charm, fell a little flat in some places, but I would say like if you liked Beetlejuice, the original, it's like a 4 out of 5. If you didn't like the first Beetlejuice, probably a 2 out of 5. Wouldn't bother.
wow.
But
4 out of 5 is
if you
pretty
like,
good.
yeah, but if you like the first Beetlejuice, and I watched the Beetlejuice. I'm like, yeah, I liked it, and it just felt like a good movie. That lived up to the title name.
What'd your mom
But
think
again,
of
it's
it?
very subjective. She liked it, but I think she also
Too
forgot
spooky?
some of the stuff. Well, and then Tim Burton definitely there were certain things depicting where again it was just like unsettling. And my mom's like, I kind of forgot he does that. So she was like kind of mixed on it. But I think if you like the first Beetlejuice, you like that one. I would like on average, I guess I'd say like 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Second up, we have Speak No Evil, the horror movie with James McAvoy.
You saw that?
Yeah. How do you say his last name? McAvoy?
McAvoy.
McAvoy?
I have no
McAvoy?
clue.
McAvoy, that's it.
I don't watch that bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's a psychological horror thriller starring James McAvoy as the heel, the villain. Great performance, I think, from him. He really can just sort of play the hero, the villain. I mean, his acting range is pretty crazy.
He's a great actor.
I think he shows it off. And believe it or not, yeah, even I went to go see it.
This is the movie with like, I know who you're talking about now. And the family, they're in Ireland or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to go see that. And solid. Even for it being a spooky movie. It was definitely kept you on your toes. It was just unsettling enough.
See, that's like a good scary movie.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not like a in your face
Ooh.
sort of horror. Yeah, a lot of jump scares or anything like that. Which I preferred the more psychological. And
For
I
sure.
think it was executed pretty well. So I think if you're a fan of the genre or James McAvoy, 4 out of 5. I put it 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it.
All right.
But last but not least, Claire and I saw it yesterday. We have The Wild Robot. Brand new animated feature
This is the
from
Bastion
DreamWorks.
movie.
Yeah, Bastion, but full length. Yeah. Yeah, moved from DreamWorks. Heard a whole bunch of hype. I mean, people were trying to be like, DreamWorks best animated movie ever. People were freaking out, like, dude, this was insane, bro. What were they on?
Oh, not a fan.
Because whatever it is, I want it. They were right. 5 out of 5.
Wow.
I think my first.
Wow, baited.
5
I need
out
to
of
go
5.
see it.
Mm-hmm. This is anybody watching or
Cry
listening.
Every Tim.
Go to the theater, watch it now. It's a 5 out of 5. That's right. Anybody, go and see it. It is a banger. It hits everything. It's heartwarming. It's sad.
I need
It's
that in my life right
powerful.
now.
It's motivational.
Ooh.
It like I don't
Yeah.
even. I was trying to think of like what's something I could say bad about it. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Wow. Best picture, like
Exceptional.
potential?
For sure.
Wow.
Some people are trying to say Inside Out 2 will beat it, bro. If it does, I riot. Ain't no way.
Wow.
This clears.
Inside Out 2 is incredible.
This clears. I mean,
Whoa.
like, just a masterpiece.
Do you think like Blizzard's kicking themselves for not making Bastion the movie, like from the little
This
bird?
could have been us, man. I think Blizzard's kicking themselves for other reasons. I think they got more things to worry about than whether or not they should have made a full-length Bastion movie. Yeah, not good enough things to say. Just great movie.
Best movie you've seen this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Damn.
no hesitation. Yeah, I came
Alright,
out
well.
and I'm like, yep.
As soon as I can, I'm gonna go see that.
So, big recommendation. And that's out of all. So, out of the last 3 movies I've seen in the theaters, though, for myself, been happy with all of them.
Yeah.
But the Wild Robot managed to live up to all the hype. So,
Yeah, I watched 2 new movies actually on the flight home. I saw the new Planet of the Apes movie.
oh wait,
Didn't oh
Claire just reminded me. Forgot to write down. I didn't see on the list I looked up. I saw Transformers 1.
oh
Totally forgot about that too. Don't ask me.
How was that?
Why you said it's like if I don't talk about it, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
Speaking of living up to expectations, same for Transformers 1. It was like, bro, this is a banger.
Like this is how it should have been made.
Yeah, and people were hyping up. The critic and fan, I think, was really high going into it. It reminded I forget what movie sort of had the same thing. It kind of felt like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, the animated.
See, I
one. It was
haven't
like,
seen
oh.
that yet, but I heard like the same kind of thing that I'm hearing about
Yeah.
Transformers.
So I go in to see it. That one didn't live up to the hype.
Oh.
But it wasn't bad. But for me, it wasn't what.
Are you a big
everybody else
Transformers
making up.
cartoon fan?
I watched it back in the day. I'm not like a stan. I like
Yeah.
Transformers, but like for me, it wasn't like.
You're not like, oh, there's
Whoa.
like the little Easter egg.
Yeah, I mean, like I had a giant Unicron, and
Damn.
I watched the Transformers. Catch me at Zoids, though. You know what I'm saying? You Zoids?
I wasn't a Zoids guy. No, I was a no.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah,
Well, probably
that
one of the first
Transformers.
franchises you liked that died. That was the start of the curse, the Zoids curse.
Oh, yeah. Went to go see it, though, and I would give it a 4 out of 5. I wouldn't go
That's still
5 out
pretty
of 5.
good.
But it's still real good. But the way everybody was talking about it, you'd think it's the Second Coming.
The Second Coming was the robot movie.
Yeah, my problem with the Transformers, watching it, it sort of felt to me like, but not to the same degree as when I went to go see that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, where I said, I think I'm the problem. Like, am I out of touch? Where, like, the thing about the Wild Robot and what I classify as an adult now, a good animated movie is an animated movie that appeals to all ages. The writing for me in Transformers 1 felt more like Teenage Mutant Turtles, where it's written for the younger audience and there's not as much there
Yeah.
for.
I'm talking about Skibbity, like there's no Skibbity in the robot.
There wasn't any Skibbity. I forget what certain words
What about the
there was
Rizzler?
in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. No, he did make an appearance. I was pogging. No.
Yeah, that's sick.
It was good. But I wouldn't go touting around it as much as
Guys,
everybody else.
we're in Ohio. Someone get the Skibbity toilets. Where's Gronk? You wouldn't want baby Gronk to do this.
Autobots. Ohio Skibbity.
Autobots.
Chris Hemsworth actually did a pretty good job.
Is he like Optimus in
He's Optimus, yeah.
that?
I don't know if they altered his voice a little bit, but like without spoiling anything, I mean he like sort of becomes Optimus or whatever, because like there's different backstory or whatever.
Yeah.
But so like towards the end, his voice kind of changes, and I'll give him credit. He sounds pretty similar to the guy that was doing the live action Optimus.
Okay.
So I don't know if they helped him a whole bunch or if he worked on that. If he did, I mean, he did a great job.
I was about to ask, do you prefer the live action first one or this kind of Transformers?
I mean, I think this serves Transformers better
Yeah.
because in this one, it's not watching humans just so you can get to the Transformers part. This is you're just watching Transformers.
That's sick. We like that.
Yeah. So I think it's promising, but apparently it might be underperforming a little bit, budget-wise or something. I think some of the problem was marketing. I would continue to go see it, but yeah, it just felt appealing to a younger audience as more of a priority. Where like I don't think a good animated movie, in my opinion, can do both, and we've seen it happen. And there just didn't feel like there was as much. But again, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I'm just trying to rationalize it against all the unanimous praise essentially everywhere else. I liked it. I did. And I think if you're interested in Transformers, go see it. But yeah, it wasn't like blow my mind. But overall execution was good. And yeah, it reminded me of like I wish we got, but with the MCU now, more like animated superhero movies and stuff. Because it's just like when they try to translate like anime to live action, you just miss some stuff, or you just can't do some stuff without it looking bad or coming across poorly. You can just do some cool stuff with animation.
Agree.
I do understand it's harder, but yeah. So they're all in 4 movies.
So my 2 movies that I watched. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see the new Planet of the Apes that came out this year?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I didn't like love it as much as I liked the other ones. The ending was kind of okay, I think. How they I think because they're setting up for another one where it seems like
I think they're trying to do a new trilogy.
yeah, right. Like apes and humans are like all of a sudden like she was cool, but now like they're gonna like hate each other at some point. That's what I kind of
I think
saw.
I might have mentioned it on the podcast. I don't remember, but my takeaway was just like it just reminded me humans suck.
No,
Yeah.
this
Watching
is
that
giving me
movie.
major deja vu. Yeah, actually, you did talk about it, and you're like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I feel like
we
that's
do
just what it
kind of
reminded
suck."
me of. Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god,
And
can't
then
escape it.
all right. So I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Okay, my first Neopets account, Supersonic 25. Okay,
That's my
I've been
goat.
with Sonic. I've
You
been.
say you haven't
I've been there.
seen the animated Sonic movie?
I still haven't even seen the first one. I watched the
So you just
second
skipped to the
one.
second? What?
Yeah, I just skipped the second one. Well, the animation, the first one, dude. Like really, like I
Well,
didn't.
they
I
fixed
heard
it,
they.
man.
I know, but I just hadn't like seen them, and I'm a huge Sonic fan. I watched Sonic 2. I'm not joking you. I was trying not to cry like on the flight. Like all the little fan service they have and all that stuff. Like I was thinking it was gonna be kind of corny, but I think like what you said, like a good animation movie does, it's like makes it for like both kids and adults type of thing. And I loved it, dude. I He turned supersonic. Okay, the movie's been out for a while. All right, spoilers.
Spoilers,
It was
guys.
so sick. I was literally like sitting there, like, all right, you're watching like Sonic, and people are like around you. Don't cry right now. Like I was like trying to hold like
My
the kid
little
in me was like,
hedgehog.
yeah, and then like the
Yes, sir.
like I'm just yeah.
Like, babe,
it's just
you not like it? We can change it. No, it's
yeah.
fine.
Well, it's like the meme where it's like, did he not cry during that Titanic? Like, wow, men don't have souls, and it's like the Giga Chad guy, and it's just like supersonic, and it's me crying. Like,
That's my
awesome
go right
movie.
there.
I
It was
get
great.
chills with the third trailer hearing the
I'm
remix
so
song.
excited, dude. Yeah.
Made me even that much more excited for it.
There's just something about a movie like respecting your childhood that makes it that much more impactful. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I think that's what it was. It was like the first time I think I'd been like genuinely paid off. Like,
Where it's just like, damn, they get what I went through. Like they get what I loved about it when I was a kid, and it's just perfect. Like they just get what makes Sonic Sonic, and I'm so it's so crazy because every time, think about it, it always comes back to the fact that damn, this started off as a joke movie because of how stupid that original design looked, and we got one of the best 2 video game movies like that not like we're not like Oscar level type shit, but like just like really fun movies you can watch again and be like, man, that was fun. Like Sonic is Sonic is so cool.
You know what I would love to see? Like one day they just release like the hard cut of whatever they had of the old animation and show us that movie. Like, can we see that
Yeah.
one day? Like, I would just love to see that one day. That
It's
would
also
just be
so
kinda
funny
fun.
how Jim Carrey's like giving up on Hollywood. He's like, I'm never gonna act again. But then they're like, you want to keep doing Sonic
Sonic
movies
3?
with Robotnik? He's like, all right. Apparently his kids love it or whatever, and he likes doing it. So he's like, I'll keep doing it.
It looks like he really
he
is
was,
like
like, he's
actually
really
having.
fun.
It looks like he's actually genuinely having a lot of fun doing it. So I'm sure that definitely.
I think so too.
That definitely adds to it. So.
All right, you guys want my side of the wedding now, I guess?
My truth,
Wedding,
my wedding.
wedding.
The
Yeah,
truth
my
about the
side,
truth about my
you
wedding.
guys have heard my cool friends, you know, and how they party and shit.
My
You know,
side.
you need that part of the wedding. Yeah, that's my side of the family. But yeah, wedding life, very cool. Big shouts out to Mr. Fruit. You helped a ton that day. You were huge and exactly the perfect example of why I picked you as a best man and why you're my best friend. You just did so much, and I really just appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
So we started off the day, had to get a bunch of wedding stuff out there, get all the wedding stuff, and then we showed up a little early. So we got to hang out and stuff. I brought like a Switch and stuff, and I brought like games, and I had this idea of us playing games. And I don't know why I don't remember. I thought there used to be a big old plasma TV like that was on the thing.
There's just that little.
I get in the room and it's like a 20-inch TV. I literally wrote to Blackstone. I was like, hey guys, like you got to upgrade that TV. Like, ain't no way I just paid this amount of money and I got a 20-incher in here. Like, come on. Like, college football is on. Like, most of my guys didn't like care, but I was like, I don't know what to put on. I was like, I'm not going to put on the Switch and we're going to be fucking playing like that. Like, that's just not going to happen. But you know, my favorite thing, pictures. So we take pictures. Logan was really cool. I liked him. He's a really great photographer. What did you think of Logan? Did you think he was a cool guy?
Yeah, he was a real cool guy.
Yeah, he was really
Photos look
thoughtful
great
too.
too.
Yeah, because he was like, we're gonna be starting like pictures here soon. I was like, actually, we need to wait for like Christian because Claire, you had Claire's dress or something?
Yeah.
Like, did you talk about that last week?
Oh yeah, my story's much more manic, dude. As always.
I did forget that you had Claire's dress or something.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 times I had to. I get there and I'm like, oh my god, I keep going. They're back. Yeah. I open up the. I forget why. The first thing I forgot. Oh, because I forgot the camera the first time. So I like had to turn around like halfway. So I got there a little bit after you guys. Put it all down. I'm like, all right, let me get dressed. And then everyone has like the same suit from the same place. So we all had like sort of similar bags. I keep zipping. I'm like, I thought this was mine, but it can't be because it looked like there was something in the front. I was like, somebody brought like a Under Armour black shirt. Maybe they're afraid they'll sweat or something. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, that's not mine. But then everyone keeps picking, and then I'm like, this is the only one. What is this? And I started to pull out, and I noticed like the little gold buckle, and then that was like the boo in my stomach. I'm like, and then it was like looking back a couple days in my memory.
Like
and
you're
then
like, that's so Raven.
Yeah, and then I just see Claire going, I'm putting my dress in before you leave. Remember it? I'm like, oh no. So yeah, that's what I was doing.
Well, like it was a good thing that we got there early because that was kind of happening. So we got to kind of stall for Christian, and then you lost your phone or something. That was kind of funny. Yeah. So you found your phone. That was just really funny. And then taking pictures. Pictures are going great, and like I'm just waiting for like the moment where I'm like, oh, I just fucked myself or something like bad is gonna happen. So far, nothing happens. Except at some point, I don't know how, I just got like a random like scratch on my forehead. Like, I don't know how it happened, but like, and it was like just ever slightly so bleeding that like every now and then you have to like to get the blood off. And then like, yeah. So like before I'm going down the aisle at some point, I literally go. So I like cut myself on my head. It's not like super deep or something, but it's like, imagine just going like a nice on your forehead. and like it just getting a little bit of skin. It was like that. So I'm like, well, great. The day's ruined. Like this is going off.
Groomzilla came out. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, but then groomsmen gifts happen. So everyone's kind of getting ready. Everyone is getting their groomsmen gift. I did show them off on the podcast, I think, and explain it a little bit. And everybody, thank God, loved it. Everybody thought it was a really cool idea. I was worried about, because like, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like do anything. Like, I literally can't even think of something. Like, maybe I'll write a letter. I don't know. But I ended up just like sitting there watching Sydney do hers. And then I was like, well, I'd get Christian like a Halo 3 disc. I was like, well, I could get Garrett like Gears of War. We play Gears of War. I was like, I get Mitch K too. And then all of a sudden it was like, I was like, Sydney, or like you know, in Fantastic Four when he's like, say that again. I was like, will you look up Hobby Lobby real quick and see if they have discs, like disc holders? And she's like, yeah, they do. I was like, all right, I know what I'm doing. So everybody loved their groomsmen gifts. Is it hung up in your office somewhere, or did you put it back in the closet?
Not. Just throw it back to no. We have it up in the bedroom.
Oh wow! It made the bedroom.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry. The ladder wins. You know how it is. It's.
So everybody loved their groomsmen gifts, which was great. Taking pictures. Pictures turned out great, which was awesome. And then thankfully nothing had gone wrong up in like so far. And now we get to like the ceremony part. That's where like it kind of hit me, like, where holy shit, like this is kind of happening. Like at that point, like everyone's like, are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? And it's like, no, like what's there like to be nervous about? And then like, I swear to God, bro. Okay, let's see. Do you know what the ceremony song, walk song was?
I can't.
Can you recall?
Don't even remember. No.
All right. It was Kingdom Hearts Sanctuary on the piano. So it was actually, so like as soon as I heard those like 3 chords, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna cry. Like I'm gonna
Here we go.
But then like when I cry though, like I ugly cry. And I didn't want to have ugly cry like for the ceremony picture. Like I'm like, this is being recorded, this is being photographed. Like I do not want to have ugly cry. So walking down with my mom, start to get choked up a little bit, all the people walking up. And then we elected for our like groomsmen, and like kind of like you, like so you can sit down. Like you don't have to stand up for the ceremony. Like nobody wants to be up there. You can barely see. Like, so we sat you down. Hope you liked that.
Appreciate it.
And then the ceremony starts. Sydney walks down. She looks beautiful. It was awesome. We go through our vows. She had a great vow, or how do you say? She had great vows. And then I just rip it off the dome. You know how I do. At one point, I fuck up really bad. I was basically trying to say like there hasn't been a day that has gone by since then I haven't thought about you or something.
Oh, yeah.
I just was basically like, I haven't thought about you since that day or something like that. And everyone was, I was like, that's probably why you write it down. But I work the crowd. We're working it a little bit during my vows. I'll be here all week.
He's always cranking. You know how he is.
So hey, pause. But we go through the ceremonies. We kiss. Blake, our ordained, did a great job. He did an absolutely terrific job. And then we walk down. Everybody celebrates. And then, if you notice, Christian, the rose petals got thrown. Fun fact about that. So that was like the girl's side to handle. And apparently Sydney at some point like just didn't have time, or like the girls didn't do it. So she was just like, we're not having rose petals. So she was like kind of like sad about it. And I guess our wedding planner like on the side like did it like really quick and then got all the flowers to the people. So when they threw the flowers, Sydney had like no idea. She basically had thought. And then I just forgot about it. I was like, oh yeah, Sydney Bali, like, whoa. Like and then I'm trying to think what happened after that. Oh, there's a lot of photos. Cocktail hour, you don't get to be in cocktail hour. Did you try any of the food? Did you get to try anything?
I don't think The only time I tried some was when I signed as the witness. You gave me the
Oh yeah,
that little the thing that
It
you
was
ordered
like
special. That was good.
Oh, it was so good. That was like the only thing I got to eat though, because we had to like take pictures because it was about to rain or something like that. So once again, picture, family picture, family picture, family picture. And
Awesome.
that's like a whole thing. It's like, hey, can we do these two, and then we'll do those three, and it's like, all right, we'll spin, all right, everybody, okay, now the Venegas, all right, and it's just like, holy fuck. So those all turned out great. And then we get to like dinner time. We get our plate of food. Sydney and I ate maybe 2 bites of our food. And it wasn't because it was bad or anything, but it's just because you're trying to take it all in. And then, like, I don't know, I just wasn't hungry, I guess. I ate more of the salad than anything. What did you think of the food?
The pizza was good.
Good.
They're spitting. Everybody liked the pizza.
There was apparently a snafu that the pizza team ran across last week at a wedding. So at the rehearsal, our wedding planner comes up and goes, hey, like, I don't mean to freak you guys out, but apparently,
It's never a good sign.
yeah, last week, I don't want to like, they did a great job. So I'll say it. Pine Pizza, like Rhea, was basically like, they had a super long line and they couldn't get pizzas out. So everybody had to wait like an hour to get like it took like an hour to serve everybody. So it was basically like, it was a bad scene. So she's like, basically like the venue and our wedding planner was like, get your shit together. All right. Like this step it up. So, and they did an amazing job. The food was served well. Everybody loved it. Thank God. Thank God everybody liked it. What pizzas did you have? Did you try like?
I tried the what was it? The sausage one. But I think my favorite was the pepperoni with like hot honey or something.
Yeah,
That was my favorite.
yeah, that was very good at the taste, because I didn't get to try it at the wedding because I was not very hungry. And then we had mother-daughter dances, and then mother-son dances, which were great. You know, my moms are not super great at dancing, so we kind of just,
Yeah,
swayed
you
back
just
and
hit the
forth.
sway. Yeah.
Stepmom started singing in my face. Really hated that. I was literally like, please stop singing. Like, we're just, because it was like My Wish by Rascal Flatts, which I absolutely can't stand that song. Like, I fucking hate that song. But at this point, it was like super late in the planning. She's like, I want to do Rascal Flatts, My Wish. And I was like, fuck it. Like, sure. Like, I don't care.
Why not?
Send it.
So she was like swaying and like singing. And I was like, please. And me and people singing in front of me. And like, I was like, please stop. Like, this is like, I literally was like, stop singing.
You ask her, well, who sings this? Ross, why don't you let them do that? Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And then Sydney and I had our dance. We took a little dance class to learn. Once again, loved the dance class. I think we're gonna go to more dance classes for some date nights. I think we did actually okay. We didn't look dumb.
Yeah.
We looked like we knew what we were kind of doing. There were some spins involved. Spins make you look like you know what you're
Very
doing.
technical. Judges gave you a bonus score for that.
Thank you. And then speeches. Your speech was absolutely terrific. Everybody did a great job. I think you did the best job of tying in Sydney, which was really nice. My little brother absolutely made me bawl my eyes out during his speech. I've always felt like I've been a big brother and not a great example at times. But it's pretty cool to hear what he said. He's never told me that. And then the party, why everybody's there. We had Voodoo Ranger catering the wedding. We had all the hard teas and some IPAs. And then we had a signature cocktail drink. That was apparently pretty tasty. We liked it at the tasting. I only had one. Because I didn't want to get too fucked up. Like, I paid way too much fucking money to like not remember anything after this. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be present. I wanted to be, just not just be a fucking just wasted. But that was for like later.
Was that before or after you shotgun?
This is before. This is before.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell. Okay, we'll get to. Okay, so let me go. And then we had 2 wines, and then you had 2 wines, and then there was also champagne you could have, and this was all you could drink. It was all free, basically open bar. Thanks to the cats, we didn't pay for it. The cats did. I can actually
Yeah,
kind of show you.
let me tell you, I bled him dry. Let me tell you what.
I can actually show you. So we had like this. I can maybe put. Oh, that's my camera. Oh, I'm just taking pictures now. So we had this kind of graphic, and it said "Drinks are on us," and it was basically I commissioned Zuan, who did one of Blue's like penguins back in the day. Basically, like what Blue's kind of penguin looks like. And had that done. So the cats paid for all the drinks. And let me tell you, a lot of people started drinking. Okay, this is where the stories start coming in. Okay, at some point during the speeches, okay, this is what I hear later on. At some point during the speeches, a woman who was invited to our wedding, who's an awesome friend, we love her and we love her husband. They're very cool people. At some point during my little brother's speech, she just pukes all over the floor, just like
I didn't know that.
Just right on the floor. And the husband
not even that far into the wedding.
That's what
like what?
Yeah.
Is she drinking?
So quick thinking from the husband, throws like a thing on it. Okay. So that happened apparently. And then the Voodoo Ranger shotgun tea happens. All the groomsmen pull us over, and Blake pulls me aside and is like, we have to do this. And I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, yeah. And at that point, I had been drinking a little bit. Probably had like, a Foxy and like maybe one other like Voodoo Ranger tea. And those Voodoo Ranger teas slap, by the way. They're like 9%, not sponsored. But like actually I am sponsored. But like this wasn't sponsored. Yeah, they're a lot. So we shotgun this Voodoo Ranger. When I tell you, bro, that shit hit my stomach like a fucking elephant foot, dude. Like it was literally like, and like I finished first too, because like I had to. So like I literally fucking slam it, like yeah, and then I just turn and just to the bathroom, like I literally just immediate Sasquatch my way to the bathroom, bro. Projectile vomit into the bathroom that was like in the like groomsmen bathroom, like when we were getting ready, just like right into that. And then my stepbrother is like walking in after that, who just shotgun. He's like, "You good, dude?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Gary. Like you've never seen somebody like puke and rally like me." Twig some water, bro. And bro, what is playing on when I come out there? Rain on me, bro. I got my fucking drag on. I was in the middle, like fucking. There has to be some sort of footage of me. Like I was literally like RuPaul out there. Like I was fucking like diving and shit. So that was like right, yeah. Like you say, Lamau, he hit that shit. I had just fucking vomited projectile 20 seconds before that. So puked and rally like that. And then at that point, I was like, all right, dude, like you cannot, like now it's like kind of relax. We had that photo booth that was at the wedding. Got pulled into that like a million times by like 8 million different groups. So most of my night actually was like going from dance floor, going to the photo booth. And then I splurged a little bit on the budget and I booked Blink 182 to come perform at the wedding. Yeah. Can't believe I missed it too. I think I was projectile vomiting. But this was like the surprise of the wedding. So Sydney had no idea this was happening. I think I told it on the podcast. But basically me, my stepbrother Garrett, and my cousin Anthony, who actually plays the drums and knows how to play that song, dressed up as the first date music video for Blink 182 and performed the song. And with like Guitar Hero guitars, he had like a Rock Band drum set. And yeah, we just rocked the house. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it. Okay, so someone said didn't put the fake mustache on. I thought I had forgot it, but it was in my trunk, just on the side pocket. So I did bring it. I just forgot that I had put it in the trunk side pocket, like where I never put things ever.
That's the only way I
But
figured. That's the only way we sleuthed out that it wasn't actually Blink-182.
yeah,
I was
so
like, wait a second, that looks
yeah,
like.
where's it? Exactly. Yeah.
Hold on.
Not my wig falling off like 10 seconds into the performance. But that went really well. Everybody seemed to really enjoy that. I was like, I really hope like we don't start this, and everyone's like, what the fuck? And it's just kind of like standing around. But everybody bought into the facade and had some fun. Trying to think. Yeah, and then just basically like danced, had a ton of fun. And then the night kind of ended. I'm trying to think if I can remember anything else that like happened that was like a big no. Oh, apparently the coffee guy knew
Yeah.
of your work. Yeah. And
Well, no,
Dado's work.
well, your work. He was. I came over, told you he was. You were his favorite back in D1. And then
Ended up
also,
forget.
well, I was telling Blue.
Yeah.
It was when he was talking.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, I watched you guys on D1 or whatever. I forget what like grade he said he was in. Bro, I thought he had like 5 to 10 years on me. Turns out bro was like 21 or something. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was
oh
like,
my
damn,
God.
bro, you're just
I am
letting this
cooked.
dude, you're just cooking this
Oh,
poor dude on the
no.
podcast. But I was like, hey, luckily he was like, I used to watch you guys, so he's never gonna hear it.
Yeah, so we're good. We're
So
cool.
we're chilling.
I don't
but
remember if I ended up talking to him at some point in the night. Like this episode of the GG Over Easy podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Halloween lets us have fun with what scares us, but what about those fears that don't involve zombies and ghosts? Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them. BetterHelp taught me a lot of tools to overcome my fear of being a has-been streamer or a has-been content creator and come over those fears and just learn that, it's myself calling myself that. They set boundaries and showed me ways to empower myself and talk to myself a little bit nicer. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GG today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GG. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this podcast. Sweater weather pants perfectly with savory fall foods, but with your busy schedule, sometimes it's hard to eat like that when you want to. That's where Factor comes in. Their chefs do the shopping and the chopping to bring fresh, never frozen, fully cooked meals right to your doorstep. All you have to do is heat and eat it. All of their meals are dietitianary approved, so you know what you're getting and the nutrition you need along with the fall flavors that you crave. You guys know how much Mr. Fruit Blue and I love our Factor meals. They're so delicious. They're so good. There hasn't been one that I haven't liked. Whether you're managing calories, maximizing your protein intake, or simply trying to eat more balanced, Factor has dietitianary approved meals that will help you hit your wellness goals. Choose from 6 meals preferences, including keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and to round out your order, nutritious rich smoothies, snacks, and energy shots to keep you satisfied all day long. Head to factormeals.com/GG50 and use code GG50 to get 50% off your first month and 20% off your next month. That's code GG50 at factormeals.com/GG50 to get 50% off your first month plus 20% off your next month. I think I did. I don't remember. Pretty hammered. And then the night ends. And we're doing like our getaway. Okay. Also, shout out to my boy Dado, bro. He was turned. Like that boy was turned. Like that's what I love about Dado, bro. He brings the party. Like that boy was drinking, having a good time. Big shouts out to him, man. But when Sydney left him hanging, like I don't know if you guys have seen that video or like the picture, but there's like a point where we're going out and Dado's like, and we're giving people like high fives.
Wait,
on the
I was
side.
right next to him when you have. Yeah. I
And
know what you're
Dado
talking
is like giving the biggest dap of his life. He's way up here. He's way up here hanging it, and Sydney just blows right by him. It was so like looking back. Sydney felt mortified. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like his chat is gonna like meme that, and like of course, like now there's like a Discord sticker that's like Dado going for a high five. It's called Tribal Whiff, I guess. You can see if you have the sticker. And then we leave. We leave, quote unquote. Okay. We pull off to the side and then let all the guests get on the bus and then leave. And then we come out and like kind of like, hey, like, thank you guys. And like kind of pull the curtain back and be like, hey, we didn't actually leave. We're still kind of here.
Whoa.
But we had a shuttle for the wedding, which turned out to be a great blessing. But also a couple of my friends, they shall not be named, just yak in the shuttle. Just
Come
just
on, man.
throw up in the shuttle. Yeah. And he like walks out. They like walk out. I was like, what do you want? I was like, the shuttle's right there, guys. And I almost said his name. He goes, we can't go back in there. And I go, what happened? He goes, she puked. And I go, did she really? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I'm sorry. And he's like totally trashed too. And I go, well, if we get fined, I was like, you know who I'm coming to? And he goes, that's fair. So while we're also like leaving the wedding, they're just on like the side of the like, kind of the, it's a very mountainy venue, there was a streak of rivers, they're just puking on the side, kind of nearby the river. It's just like, oh my God. Like I was literally sitting there going like, there's no way we're getting this deposit back. And like, as I say that, another one of my friends comes up and is hammered. Okay, this is the one who I said like in the back, I was like, did you hear what happened to him? And you were like, no. I was like, okay, this is him. Okay. So he had been drinking like all night at the point where the last song is Mr. Brightside. In the pictures, he has his shirt off, tie around the head, vibes were brought, or I should say bellfold on the head. Yeah, which like I saw him where I was like, okay, like
he pulled it off.
Like, yeah, I was all right, yeah. We know how I had like rides specifically. Like, okay, you're gonna go with them in that car afterwards because they have a DD. Like, you're gonna go with them because they have a car. So like, I was like facilitating that. Like, okay, you're good to go in that car. You're good to go in that car. And I like look to my right, and he is just like yakking, like in the parking lot. So I'm like, oh my God. And then he's like kicking like rocks on it. And then I go, okay, can you get in my cousin's car? So they take him away. So they're heading back. And they maybe leave 2 minutes before us. So they got like a little bit of a head start. So we're in the car behind them. And maybe 15 minutes in the drive, it's kind of windy because, we're in the mountains.
It is dark.
10 minutes into the ride, we see them pulled off on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, because they're also carrying the friends that threw up in the bus. Okay, so that car's got 3 hazards in it right now. 3 hazards in there. So shout out to my cousin who really took it. Yeah, so in my head, I'm thinking, oh no, it's the bus people again. Like, I'm gonna have to kick his ass. Like, I literally told him, like, if you do something that, like, I'm kicking your ass. Like, that's just what, like, this is what happens. And then we get to the hotel. Okay, they pull up. And then I just see the door open and just somebody slouched out, like that. And I'm thinking, oh my God, it's my friend that puked in the bus. Friend that puked in the bus was walking up to me going, hey, it ain't me. Like, I didn't do anything. And I went, oh shit. I was like, my fault. Like, my fault. Like, yeah, we cool. And it's one of my friends, the friend that was puking in the parking lot, and had his shirt off at the dance. And so like, okay, you throw up in a moving car, right? And like, so the car's moving. So what is the throw up gonna do if you are puking out the window of a moving car?
Oh no, man, no.
It's gonna like get caught by the wind, and it's gonna like, kind of.
A good amount's gonna get on the car.
Yeah. So the car is just covered in this red, like just from like the backside window, like to like all the way to the back, covered in red. And then my cousins come out of the car, and she goes, "The puke got on us." And I went, "No." And my cousin apparently at one point said, like, "Is it raining outside?"
No.
But it was a drop of my friend, or like my friend's throw up, like that turned into fucking, projectile 40-mile-an-hour puke.
I'm gonna throw up thinking about that.
You go.
And dude, so I can say this guy's name because he was clutch. Heron walks up, just ready to party, because like he knew, like, okay, like wedding is kind of get turned, like let's have fun, but then like casino, that's where we get turned fucked up. Like that's where we turn up. He comes up with his tequila and goes like, "Tequila shots." And I went, "I don't have time to deal with this. I need you to grab him and like get him to his room and figure it out." And he was like, "Oh shit." Like, okay. So apparently like his girlfriend was really mad at him because they got like split up at some point. So they got like in a fight or something, and it was like this whole thing. And then this is when I find out like that the girl like puked on the floor. And then I find out that the guy that was puked in my cousin's car also like pissed on the fence at the venue. So it was like,
what?
It was like, oh my God, we're not getting this deposit back. It was like, we are not getting this deposit back. Like, we are so fucked. And we're kind of counting on getting the deposit back because it's a lot of money. And then this happened too. So a wedding is very hectic at the end of the night because you got to like unpack everything that's all in the rooms. You got to make sure everyone has their stuff. So at some point, Sydney's just kind of like throwing stuff around. And then we get to the casino night. Like, okay, we can't find Sydney's wallet. So now all of our friends are trying to meet us in a casino and hang out, but we don't know where Sydney's wallet is. And we're texting all of her bridesmaids, like, "Do you have Sydney's bag? Like, it was put in this bag. Like, can you look for it?" No answers. Like, mostly vague. Like, I don't have it. So it's like, oh my God, we're not going to be able to get on the casino floor without that. So I like go, like, I had some of her bags in my like car, scavenge through the whole bags, somehow find it in a completely different place where she said she put it, but we found it, so it doesn't matter. And then we basically like took the party outside of like this kind of smoking area and just kind of talk and hung out there. I ran into you eating at the restaurant that day. I told you I was gonna go get some soda, which I did. I got some soda.
You did, yeah.
Coca-Cola to be exact.
Yeah, you're like, "You want some soda?" And I'm like, "I'm eating. I'm good."
I'm good, yeah. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go get some Coca-Cola." So got some Coke, and that tasted really good. And then it was funny, dude. I was so tired, bro. As soon as I had that soda, boo, 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 I was good. So basically just hung caffeine, out, talked with everybody, gambled a little bit. Oh, dude, ran into the most disgusting thing that happened at a table, okay? So we're playing craps, right? And we're playing this automated craps that basically like it's like a virtual table, but then you walk up and actually like toss the dice.
Well, that's fun.
So yeah, it's really cool. But and like kind of takes the pressure away of like, like zoop, zoop,
Yeah.
zoop, zoop, zoop. So we're at this craps table, right? And we're cooking. And we're throwing dice. I'm cooking. We'll start with like $60. At one point, get all the way to like $290. And the lady, I was like, "How do rolls get canceled?" And she goes, "The only time the rolls get canceled is if it like hits the plexiglass, and then the roll's like voided." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." And then at one point when we roll, it hits it, and she's like, "Void," and I was like, oh, "Okay, like whatever." Like, and then this new guy rolls up. We all start to get kind of cold.
Get on the vibe.
Yeah, like it's kind of cold, and like I go from 290 to like 170. But it's my turn to roll. And I'm feeling good. Boom, roll an 8. Like, okay, 8, a lot of possibilities with that. So like start betting. And I like throw a good amount. Throw the thing, hits the glass. Both dice hit the glass. But it lands 7. I'm not joking you. The dude literally gets the dice and goes, whoops, 7. And puts it in because he has to like put the key, like the dice, like in a camera zone. The camera takes a picture of the dice, and then like the virtual
That's not
table
cool,
reacts.
man. Should be
Yeah,
void.
just zoom, zoom, boop, boop, 7. And I'm like, I went, hey, what the fuck was that? Like this is real dialogue. I swear to God. I go, what the fuck was that? And he goes, you rolled a 7. I went, it hit the fucking glass. And he goes, what? And I went, when it hits the glass, the lady before me told the roll was void. But apparently not if it hits a fucking 7 and you guys win. You didn't win that money. Like, and he goes, like, sorry, sir, it's a 7. I went, bullshit. I went, concierge? Like, I yelled the concierge over. I'm like, hey, like, it hit the fucking glass, but roll 7. This dude fucking whips it into the 7 and like whips it in and like turns it in. And she's like talking to him all like silently, like, I think telling him like, yeah, you should have avoided that. But like basically was like, yeah, sorry, there's like nothing we can do about it. And I was like, that's fucking bullshit. So the whole time now that this guy's at our table, I'm heckling him. So like hits like a 6. I was like, yeah, 6. Like not, and he's like, hey, like you got a problem? I went, yeah, I fucking do actually have a problem. And he's like, I could like kick you off this table. I was like, and then like I didn't say anything after that, but I was like suck my dick, basically. Guy leaves. We get Patrick. Patrick rolls up. I go, yeah, Pat. Yeah. Like, just, stirring the pot, this fucking guy. So we get Patrick and then just proceed to lose everything. Just sucked. Like it was just dead after that. Oh, how it ends though. I'm going pretty degenerate. So it's like, I got like 70 on the table right now. I'm like, whatever. Like we either win big or we fucking lose. My friend Dustin walks up and goes, and like, around a craps table, you don't say 7. You don't say like, you don't try and like predict numbers because like, people is me especially.
Yeah.
Very superstitious. Like just don't say that shit. Like there's no reason to. So Dustin rolls up and like bless his heart. He's a good kid and I love him. Just goes like, so you don't want to roll a 7 or 11? 7. I literally was like, fuck you, Dustin. I was like, I said KYS. I said literally KYS. Like KY. I was like, Cindy was like, the dealer was like, actually like shocked. I was like KYS, like running away, and I was just pissed. And then we go out and talk about it, and I was like, yo, no, you just don't say 7 at the table. I'll kill you next time. Before you kill, unalive yourself. Oh, I was so angry. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, crazy story. This is like a real story. So our friend. I don't know if I should say his name. I probably not. We had a friend that we went to. I had a friend. You may be familiar with him. I don't really know. I'll text you his name, and then you can say like if it does ring a bell or if it doesn't ring a bell. But he got married the same night as us. Who did?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do know him.
Yeah.
Okay. So he got married. Okay. So he got married the same day we did. And
just trying to steal
so he like posts like just got married, and I said, oh dude, no way, like congrats, like we just got married today too. And he was like, that's awesome, dude, like we're partying at like Blackhawk tonight, the Monarch, we have the penthouse. And I was like, no fucking way, we're at the Monarch too. Well, here's why. We are at dinner eating with like my cousins after all the fallout. Everybody has like pew and like everyone's kind of like dispersed. And so there's a restaurant there. You ate there, the 24-hour one where it's just open 24 hours, which is sick. And one of my mods texts me and goes, yo, the Tiger King is here at the hotel. Like, I swear I just saw him. And I go, oh, like, that's cool. Like, that's insane. Like, what a small world. I wonder why he's here. And then my friend comes to the table and is like, yo, like, cause I see him. I'm like, oh, yo, like, come over here. Like, so he comes over here. And we're talking, and he looks to his right, and he goes, yeah, that's my father-in-law, Jeff Lowe, the Tiger King. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, I just married his daughter. So my friend is married to the Tiger King's daughter. And like, he like sat down in the same restaurant as we did. So he like goes off and like goes and gambles like that, but they're still like eating here. So I was like, I gotta go say something. Like, I gotta go say something to the guy. So I walk up to him and I go, hey, I just want to introduce myself because I saw you looking over while I was talking to your son-in-law. Almost said it. And I just wanted to introduce myself. I think he's a really awesome guy. He's worked on me before, and he's a really awesome guy. And I think your daughter is in like great hands or some bullshit like that. And then he's into the role, bro, because he goes, he better be because I have tigers. And like he had like he had like a Netflix hat on, like, or a Tiger King hat on. He had like, in the show, he has like biker jackets and shit. Had the hat, the bandana, the whole thing. So small world, but yeah.
Huh.
So that was crazy. So then basically Sydney and I went to bed, read all of our notes and cards. Thank you for the ladder.
Welcome.
Pretty fitting that you got us a ladder. That's what I kind of thought.
Well,
wait, like,
well, I also think I think we also asked Sydney specifically too, like, of the things, which ones do you want, like, you
the most.
like the most? And ladder was one of them. So I was like, come on.
Gotta go into the bit, right? No, so the Tiger King, not like the dude who's in jail. The dude who is like the Tiger King. Like, basically, like, his name's Jeff Lowe. So
how'd they meet? Do you know?
I think through like his work, I would assume. They both seem pretty tatted, so that would be my guess.
No, I mean daughter.
Like him and like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're like work, like, or like
Okay.
through it, like, yeah. I would assume. I didn't really ask, but that's what like I would guess. Yeah, and then we just read notes for the rest of the night, and we had a nice spa day the next day, which was really nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then lost more money that day, which was not nice. But had fun doing it.
They're like, hey, thanks for coming. Feel free to come again.
Well, it was week 1 NFL, so I was just in the sports book. Oh yeah, you were there, just cooking parlays. Like, we were just cooking.
Oh yeah, some nasty. I can't believe all those hit, bro. I mean, that was.
Yeah, that was funny. None of them hit. No one won any big money on the parlays. But yeah, that was kind of the whole wedding. And if I'm missing anything, I'll remember at some point. Big shouts out to Glitchy, who caught the wedding, as well as you, Mr. Fruit, for catching it as well. Really, really appreciative of it, having that kind of raw footage and just having it in general. There is actually a wedding video that I mean to send out to the people that want to watch it. I think Glitchy did a really good job on it.
Go Glitchy.
Yeah, big shouts out to him for capturing our day when Sydney and I pretty much had just accepted that we could not afford that. And yeah, so we obviously went super long here, so I'll save the honeymoon stories for next week.
We'll wait for you to cook them up. Looking forward to hearing about it. Globetrotting around.
Yeah,
I don't even know where all you went.
Let's say I got a lot of opinions on Europe. A lot of there's like a lot of good ones. Like there is a majority of good.
Okay.
And then a little sprinkle of bad.
All right.
I'll give you a little taste. Okay, why no ice? Why no ice? Like, why is ice not a thing there?
Well, my thing too is give me still water. Why is everything bubbly?
Yeah,
why is that default?
Yeah, finding natural water, and then with water, there's 8 different flavors they got there. It's like mild, sparkling, and then it's like mild, like
2 miles. Wow.
Or I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of
they
different
got mild,
flavors.
Sparkling, and mild.
Oh, it was like hard, mild, soften.
What's Europe doing over there?
And then natural is the one you want. Yeah, I will say good thing. Okay, real quick, I do like their soda more. Like, I think Dr. Pepper in Europe tastes better than Dr. Pepper here. There is
America, you just go and take that?
There is a difference.
All right. Watch my water.
A little taste for you. little taste for you.
Okay. I'm looking forward to more because I can only assume.
Oh, and then I also had another airplane.
I saw the tweet. I want you to know I like physically rolled my eyes.
I know, dude. I seriously, like, as it was happening, I felt like the mask coming on me. We'll save it for next week, though.
Yeah, Claire showed me the tweet, and I was just like, oh, Jesus. And I was like, yeah, I'll hear about this one.
You will.
But good to have you back. Good to get your side of things.
Did you have
overall,
fun?
Oh yeah, I had a great time.
Okay, good.
You walking away? How are you happy? How are you, Sydney? Happy with the day?
Great, dude. I mean, everything went perfect. I was more worried about the shuttle and like leaving people and people not being able to get there and people not having a way home. That worked out great. Like the food worked out great. The photographers were great. The coffee bar went great. Did you have any of the dessert? Like the little donut things?
Yeah, they were yummy.
Were they good? We totally forgot. I didn't have any.
Well, it was funny. I think it was the dessert thing or whatever. The place didn't think to bring lights, I guess. So it was like pitch dark out.
Yeah.
So we had to use our phone. So at some point, the worker just like turned their phone flashlight on, trying to just like walk people down the thing.
Yeah. So the playlist, the playlist was pretty good. They did have some misses though. I told them to play Teach Me How to Dougie for sure. That did not come on. My sacrifice with me and Bless was a lot of fun. Bless did show out. Bless did show out for that one. I told him, if I put my sacrifice on here, will you sing it with
Can
me?
I count on you?
Yes. That was sick. Mike was in that as well. But yeah, dude, overall the night went really great. Everybody had a ton of fun. Everybody liked the food. We got our security deposit back, more importantly.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was like
nothing a little piss has ever hurt, you know?
Yeah. You were missed, Blue. I will say you were missed. You and your partner. Next time. I mean, there won't be a next time, I guess. Like
Kite.
But, next time, wait a minute.
Next time we all hang out. You won't have to be there.
Yeah, it sucks. I was even last minute like
timing was a little weird.
I was like, maybe I can still make it. And then like I was doing the moving and I was like, I'm not making that shit. Like this sucks. This moving a week before, I just
yeah,
it sucked.
Timing was shite.
It
not a big deal.
But
you were missed.
But I am very sad. But I did get you a really sick wedding gift that I'm actually probably shipping out here in the next couple days.
Can't wait.
I think you're gonna enjoy it. And I think we'll see you wearing it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty nice.
Can't wait for the belly button ring you got me.
No, that's Sydney's present. That's Sydney. I got her something, but I don't really know Sydney that well, so I just kind of like shot in the dark something for her. So if it sucks, she's welcome to tell me. But yeah. Well, we'll get into some honeymoon stuff next week. I'm sure Rob has a ridiculous amount of things to complain about in Europe, because that's exactly what me and Freework said. He was like, he's probably carrying it up over there, telling them how much their shit sucks and what they need to change.
No, we'll get to it, but let's talk about some video games. State of the play. I didn't get to watch it, so I'm kind of counting on you guys to fill me in on what gamers are thinking. I saw that there is a Ghost of Tsushima because of what Christian posted. And I saw that the woman is a main character, which I'm sure everybody was cool about, and totally not
online discourse has totally been
non-existent,
totally civil, and yep, it's just
civil.
Everyone's super stoked, and nobody has anything that they just want to insert for no apparent reason.
Well, we can go first and foremost over a couple things released. I can give like a quick starter here.
Go for it.
They did talk about how they have a new DLC coming out for Astrobot, which still haven't played Astrobot, but everyone was freaking out.
Cool.
Yeah.
About how sick it looks. And I really need to play this game. People will not shut up about it, and I need to get on it.
It looks like a really fun platformer. Like it looks like it has brought almost like the platforming genre back.
Oh yeah, the classic PlayStation platformers that we know and love. They did also, this was controversial because it was controversial for me. They announced a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. It's like, bro,
who asked for that?
Isn't it on PC already? And they're just like, no, guys, but it's I mean, yes, it does look really pretty, but it's like, guys, it's remastered. You guys love Horizon Zero Dawn. You guys love Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like, yes, I do. I do love the
I'm
first
gonna
one.
buy it.
But like,
You
Well, I
are
was like-
buying it?
Well, I've been waiting to replay it, and then
It
I
is
was like,
great.
I'll wait for it to come to PC. Then it came to PC, and I was like, all right, well, I'm playing like
Yeah.
Forbidden Dawn or whatever. I'll get to it soon. And then I was thinking about it, and they're like, well, we're doing a remaster. I'm like, well, I might as well just wait for the remaster.
I do prefer 1 over 2. So
True.
At the
Never
very
even played
least,
two.
they said if you have the PS4, it's only like a $9.99 upgrade, so that's cool.
that is cool.
Oh, so like your account, like if you have like achievements unlocked and stuff,
Yeah.
like it just
something like
knows. That's
that.
cool.
That'll be cool. They did do a little more about the PS5 Pro, which people, I'm sure you saw, Rob, was a hot pot that nobody wanted to touch.
Until they
Until-
put a 30th anniversary thing on it. And everybody fucking wanted it.
yeah.
And then everybody
they're
lost their
also like-
fucking minds.
Also, there's not many available, and then everyone's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they revealed an Alan Wake expansion, which is cool. I'm happy for the people who enjoy Alan Wake. I'm not one of them. All 5 of you, so Godspeed.
Mama.
There's a really cool online action RPG they showed off, Arcade Chronicles, which looked pretty cool, I have to say.
A sequel to a arcade MMO.
Yeah,
And I'm sure this one totally won't have issues like the first one.
But they also showed off some Dragon Age. People are like
Has that
rabid.
game been like waiting for like 8 years to come out or something? Am I crazy to say that?
No, I think you're talking about Fable.
Yeah, you're thinking about
Oh,
Fable.
Okay.
You might be
They're easily
with that one.
confused. Another high fantasy. We're in a high fantasy era right now. People are absolutely rabid for Dragon Age. Another game I've just never really gotten into, which is strange because I do love RPGs, but I guess Dragon Age never grabbed me. But yeah, people were rabid about that. They showed off Dynasty Warriors Origins for those
These
hack and
names are just getting
slash.
crazier and crazier.
Yeah, hack and slash stands. Love Dynasty Warriors. There's like Dynasty Warriors is like that IP that has like a million collabs, like Gundam, Dynasty Warriors, Zelda. The Zelda game was basically Dynasty Warriors collab. The
Oh,
the
I
hack
know
and
what you're
slash
talking
Zelda
about.
one from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
It looked cool. I wish I was into hack and slashers, but it looks cool. They showed off a Fortnite controller, and I was like, okay, I'm buying that. Fuck yeah, I love
Fortnite controller.
Let's crank, baby.
They showed off this really sick Hitman game, and I was like, this looks sick. And then it was a VR, and
yeah.
I was like, well, it was cool.
I like the Astrobot controller.
It showed off Legacy of Kain remaster, which so many people, I didn't realize how many people were Legacy of Kain stands on Twitter. I was like, damn, I didn't know you guys were about this shit.
I hadn't even heard of him.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? I just looked it up. I'm like, what is Legacy of Kain?
And they showed off what I am so ready for. This was the most hype thing, even though I already knew about this fucking game, but I'm so excited. Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm so ready. I'm losing my life. And it comes out in February. We're so close. We're so back. I don't know if you guys were big on the Monster Hunter train. Actually, you weren't. But fuck me, man.
I never tried it.
I love Monster
Not my
Hunter
kind of game.
Worlds.
I
And-
think the game looks fun. I just the menu is just like really scares me.
But
like, the menu is
Wilds-
very scary looking.
I'm so fucking excited. I'm excited to hunt some fucking monsters. I'm just saying, you guys should give it a try. You'll probably enjoy it. But
I probably will end up trying
I
it.
have
if
tried Monster Hunter. It's just not my thing.
The menu is very scary.
For me, the combat is just
very
and if
dark,
the
very
gameplay, isn't it?
very yeah, it's very hey, you never know. I'm just, you did, maybe you come back and it grabs you since you did find such a big resonance with Elden Ring. Maybe it's aged well. Please
Works
play
the same.
I
Monster
wouldn't
Hunter.
even remotely relate the combat.
Well, I definitely would. But Elden Ring is definitely more. Monster Hunter is very like you're in one role, whereas Elden Ring's definitely got the power variety. But the combat is definitely, It's just instead
what
of
they show off differently, like
Different
that.
strokes for different blokes.
different strokes for different blokes. Some people come and some people go dumb. You just never know.
Some people edge.
Some people goon.
Gooner.
But I'm really excited for Wilds. Me and my partner fucking love Monster Hunter. Power World PS5 got shown off. Cool.
I saw it already released.
I was like, damn, they're showing this off in the middle of the Nintendo lawsuit. Bold.
I was gonna say, did you guys talk about that?
We did, yeah.
We did talk about it. I mean, the TLDR is like, we really don't like it when Nintendo sues people with really vague patents. Video game patents,
I heard
especially.
it was more so because of the Pokeball thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
It was like
something like that. Or
something
at
like
least we
that.
think.
We don't really like people. Video game patents in general are like a really slippery slope, and that's why we're on Power World's side. Obviously, there's some, obviously Power World takes some design decisions from Pokemon that are like pretty obvious, but from a gameplay perspective, like the two games, like Pokemon and Power World are very different titles. The only thing they really share in common is you catch monsters. So, well, we're on Power World's side here. We're hoping they get the dub. A lot of other games got shown off, but I think we all know what we want to talk about here. I want to say my partner Bronzy, bro screamed when he saw Ghost of Yote. This dude, like, he was like, and I was like, whoa. Didn't know Ghost of Tsushima went that hard. But yeah, Ghost of Yote got announced, and I think I also, in the distance at the same time, I think I heard Mr. Fruit screaming, crying, shooting himself.
Much.
And then he saw it was a woman character, and he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, women.
That's what I want to talk about. I said, way to ruin my franchise, bro. I swear to God, man.
Mr. Fruit, you are a Ghost of Tsushima stan, so I'm just gonna let you have it because.
Yeah.
What do you
any
think?
gameplay first?
What do you think?
Real quick.
No, it was just
the trailer had some gameplay, but it wasn't from the actual perspective. It was like views of in game, but like cinematic or like combat from a different angle. Yeah, well, I was watching the whole state of play. I mean, I'll sum up the state of play for me. Something. Ghost of Tsushima sequel. I was watching. I'm like, I love this for other people. Yeah, like this is cool.
Yeah, everyone was living.
Cool.
Oh yeah, this is W for somebody. I bet.
Do you have any thought or think that you would see this? Like,
no. And the whole time I was like, the only way this reveal is worth it is if they like show Ghost of Tsushima 2. But like, what are the odds of that? And then they showed off the PS5 Pro, and I'm like, bro, it's so expensive. The only way they'll get me to buy a PS5 Pro is if somehow the Ghost of Tsushima sequel comes out on this gen when the PS6 isn't out. Like, is that really going to happen? Is it going to be that close?
Damn, you're thinking PS6 for Ghost of Tsushima too.
Yeah, because I was like, dev times, man, who really knows?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, but like, I would get it just so I could, so I don't have to choose performance or what. So I get my graphics on my 60 FPS just for that. I'm like, I'll do it. Or somehow, even more crazy, they're like, we're continuing God of War. Also, here it is, and it's gonna be soon. I was like, that's not gonna happen. And then I think literally about 5 minutes later, it opens up black and white, looking over like Mount Fuji or something like that. I don't know what it was, and I was like, pause. And I was like, nah.
No,
and then I was showing some like cutscenes or something. I was like, maybe.
I was like, wait,
no. Yeah, I was like telling myself, like, no.
Internally, we were like, oh, this is probably Rise of Ronin or something.
Yeah, I was like, don't get my hopes up. It's got to be something else.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until Sucker Punch showed up. Oh, we started pogging. That's when I'm like, oh my God, it's happening, people. And it happened, it did. And so showed some of the vistas and everything. Revealed that it's taken place 300 years after the first game. And this will be on mainland Japan, specifically, I guess, more north on the island, Hokkaido or something. And I guess around this time too, I think the city of Hokkaido or something, I was trying to read, I actually don't know that much, was just starting to explode. So that's possibly an area we'll be able to explore. But I think also around this time, you have like some Spanish conquistadors or something on the island. That might be a thing, but they showed firearms. You use some sort of a black powder musket, but then it also showed somebody had the name of it, but it's a Japanese weapon with like a sickle on the end. So there's at least a different weapon aside from the dual wielding samurai swords. You appear to have like a wolf companion, and
Dude.
then you're obviously not Jin Sakai. Bro's dead for a while now.
Yeah, a couple hundred years in the shitter.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting because you'd have to think you'll run in or hear, or maybe this character was inspired by the events that happen with Jin. And then maybe you get to like sort of realize, because at this point he'll literally just be like a myth, which I think is a cool twist on it. Because personally, had they continued with Jin, I wouldn't have complained, but I think it ended perfectly. It didn't need to continue. It could have, and I would have still pogged, but I think ending it the way it did is cool because also they don't have to choose which ending is canon, which I still won't spoil that because if you haven't played the game, you should play the game. And that's the moment that made me cry. That they don't have to choose which ending was like the canon one. So it doesn't ruin any of that. And then the possibilities are endless, if you ask me. But yes, now you're playing as a female Ronin samurai. They show at the beginning you're like wanted, wearing like a ghost mask. And of course, the internet, certain corners are taking that really well.
Oh my
I literally,
God.
and I cannot stress this enough, could not care less. Is the game fun?
Yeah, like
Sweet.
That's what I mean.
and it's like, dude,
Fancy ass, man.
oh my God, a Japanese samurai. Oh, she's a Japanese woman. Guys, what's there to be mad about? But you still have weirdos like dead ass. Like as soon as it came out, they're like, "Are we? Wait, am I gonna have to play as a woman?" And it's like, holy shit, bro.
If they make me say she, her, I'm gonna like,
please. I beg, go outside for once.
Most of the people, I guarantee you too, never even played the first one. It's
Yep.
just the next thing they can bandwagon and be like, I can't believe they're bro never played
It's
the
like,
first
bro,
game.
there's literally girl
two giant female
samurais.
characters.
Yes, in the first Tsushima. Pretty big part of the game, actually.
Yeah, they're like boss girl energy and whatnot. Like, wasn't a problem. And again,
fucking Mary Sue's, bro. Like,
as long as the writing is good and the gameplay's good, I don't care if it's me playing as a man or a woman who I fall in love with. All I care is, was it a good story? Is the gameplay good? Which literally, as long as it's even remotely close to the first one, yeah, I'm gonna be there for the gameplay.
I will be there.
I'm not worried about it. And that's all. Like the rest of it, whatever.
What's crazy?
Like, it's just so bizarre. That's the first thing. It's like we haven't even seen gameplay, and they haven't really said anything. Like, it's just reveal trailer. Like, what?
What's so funny to me is the fact that these are the same dudes who like started an MMO and like they'll make like the hottest like girl they can make, and they're like, oh, so cool. But then like when it comes to like a regular, you know, like a AAA single player game, they're like, I don't know, man, like I kind of wanted to like play as a dude with a big fat cock and really nice abs and like a fat ass and like not that I'm gay or anything, but like playing as a girl,
secure. Like I'm cool with it. Like
yeah, like but like I kind of wanted like a hot dude to play, like whatever, dude. Like
I'll admit, like myself, yes, I would probably identify and be able to put my shoes into like Jin easier than I will be able to this new protagonist, just because I'm a dude. But also, I'm not upset, and it's not going to change anything.
It's not taking. It's not taking.
Mad they have to play a guy character.
Yeah, it's really not taking anything away from the experience of the video game. It's just would it be a little easier for me to identify? Yeah, sure, but like at the same time, it's like okay, half of video gamers are women, dude. Like, think of how many women are going to be like, I can put my shoes better into this character. Like, okay, I can play this game. Like, it just we have a population of people who are very different people, and it's pretty cool if video games can all appeal to as many different people as possible without, ruining the legacy or history of a place. As long as it's respectful, who gives a shit about what each person has in between their pants, man? Like, just the game looks awesome. I'm so excited, and you get a wolf buddy. I was watching the reveal, and like it was a face off of the wolf. I was like, wait a minute, and then I was like, we're gonna get a wolf companion, and then the wolf looked off in the distance, and I was like, let's fucking go. I fucking love wolf companions in video games. Inject that shit into my veins.
I know.
I love dog companions.
I was just, I don't know. When did the first Ghost of Tsushima even come out? I'm gonna be honest, I don't
2019,
even know
wasn't it?
anymore. It really?
It came out
It was quite a while ago. It was
July
2019.
17th, 2020.
2020. I was almost there.
So see, I don't know. For me, I don't know. 5 years. I've just thought at this point with anything game related and releases, I just
Did that win Game of the Year?
don't set up my. No, it lost to something else.
It was the same year.
Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
Wait, there's a Last of Us 2?
What?
Yes, Blue, there is, unfortunately.
When did that happen?
Don't worry about it. Yeah. So for it, and then they revealed that it's also coming out next year, which is nice because the first time they revealed Ghost of Tsushima was 3 years before release date. So I like this personally. Whenever you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, just like don't. Even if I know it
Yeah.
might be happening or like I want it to, don't leave me hanging for too long. Like this being like, hey, yo, it's actually real, and also you have like a year before you got to play it.
Fortunately,
Oh yeah.
I agree with you. Don't reveal a game until it's like a year out. But I think it has more to do with like investors. Unfortunately, for like these companies where it's like, guys, we got to reveal something big. We got to make our investors
Meanwhile,
happy.
Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced almost 5 years ago. Like,
But I also imagine, I didn't think about it too, probably a little easier to make a sequel now that a lot of the engine and those sorts of things, like
True,
it wasn't all
yeah.
ground up again. But looks phenomenal. Yeah, I literally like I tweeted, it's like there wasn't a game I was more excited for. So now that I actually know I mean, like we sort of knew it was happening, but and now we have like a release window, and now I got to buy a PS5 Pro. I said I would, and someone's like, "You're gonna spend $700 to play that game," and I'm like,
You're goddamn
"Most people
right.
shouldn't, but yes, I will." Yeah,
You're goddamn right.
that is me using my disposable income. Right?
are
I
you
don't buy much, but
are you gonna get the 30th anniversary thing?
no.
If he was lucky enough to get it, that would have been crazy.
Wait. Yeah.
Oh,
there's
did it already release?
But
a bunch of
scalpers,
scalpers anyway.
yep, scalper time.
So I'll just wait, and who knows? I don't know. Maybe I can wait too. I'm not gonna buy it tomorrow. So like maybe there's a bundle where I pay the same price, but I
fair.
also get Ghost like when it releases or something.
And if you really
I don't
like
know.
wanted to, I bet you could like Craigslist your PS5 for a pretty cheap deal or something like that, or find somebody who wanted to buy
That's
a PS5
true.
for the cheap.
I'll also happily
Either way.
take left. Actually, I don't need a PS5 anymore. My partner has one.
Yeah, I'll can't wait.
Hey, you just
Great.
just give it to the one random kid down the street who wants to play Fortnite on his PS5. You know,
Fortnite.
Now I can play Roblox.
I want Fortnite.
So yeah, your boy was pogging. I'm
Hey.
excited.
I was excited for you. I can hear the collective excitement of every weeb ever. Like they're like those Taylor Swift concerts where like everyone's so loud that it causes like something to show up on the Richter scale.
Mhm.
That I could feel the collective United States vibrate just a little bit when Ghost of Yotei got announced. So
Well, and
very
you got to
happy.
think Ubisoft sitting there like, bruh.
Oh my yeah, we were like, damn, Assassin's Creed Shadows dead in the ditch somewhere. Feels bad, man.
Look,
poor
Assassin's
timing.
Creed took too long. Ghost of Tsushima already done it. Now they're gonna do it even better. And all the while, Assassin's Creed. There's just all the
Assassin's Creed. They're
Ubisoft
like
coming out right now.
Ghost of Yotei was like, you got a couple months before we embarrass you guys. Like, let it just go for it.
Yeah, Ubisoft is like on fire right now. It's wild hearing everything because that's also came out as last week. It got delayed to February. But Ubisoft is launching their own investigation into Ubisoft.
What?
Yeah, and like sounds like everything is just imploding right now in Ubisoft. Shares are down over the past like 4
saw
years,
that. I just didn't know
89% or
why.
something. Because of just I guess mismanagement and problems with culture, and apparently now there's been a rubber band effect of like boys club to toxic positivity, I guess. And so a lot of the
Jeez.
people coming out are like everything is so bland because they don't want to upset anybody, but like they're not willing to. It literally sounds like Ubisoft is just
Got to the point where you can't even critique.
Yeah, they
probably.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I've had that workplace where it's like nothing's wrong, everything's perfect. Guys, please.
Not to mention all the cultural trouble they've been getting in with all the stuff literally in Assassin's Creed Shadows that has either been portrayed wrong or used like incorrect. Like they used some like Chinese architecture instead, or used other like cultural significant things that you have to like ask for permission for. They didn't, or you're not allowed to use. Or there's the whole Yasuke thing. I mean, it just sounds like a dumpster fire, and so Ghost of Tsushima too. Like that's come on, now. That's all I need. That's my shadows.
Well, shout out Ghost of Yotei for saving us all from the dumpster
Depression.
fire.
Game of 2025.
We'll find
I
out.
guess I have to look at releases. Yeah, but the only other two games I can think of currently that I'm waiting for, next God of War, and the League MMO. So I'll see you in like 20 years.
See you in 2034, brother.
Oh wait, that is true. Doesn't GTA 6 come out next year?
GTA 6 does come out next year.
So.
I think 2012 is going to be kind of big. I'm feeling it.
GTA in itself will be. I can't imagine.
Did you play GTA 5? Like, did you actually play the campaign and through it and stuff?
I played it on release. I don't know if I ever finished it.
That'd be a fun game to stream before like GTA 6 comes out. Like that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, at the very least, I'll have to check it out though, because like, I mean, I think GTA is at least the one game I can point at that'll be like is going to create a lot of new content creators, and
for sure.
I mean, the stuff that's going to come out of that will be, because if it's anything even in to the degree of GTA 5, it'll be crazy.
Yep, true. Well, boys, we have been here. We have been here quite a bit. If we run any longer, it's gonna get a little cringe. Not because we can't run this for another 30 minutes, but because people got things to do tonight.
Yeah,
y'all, great having Rob back. That was Pog, and I'm really excited to hear. Sorry, that one guy. You didn't win us over, one guy. Apologies. We're gonna hear more about Rob's honeymoon stories next week, and that's gonna be sick. And we haven't done Q&A in quite a bit, so next week we'll definitely grab.
We'll have a lot.
Grab a bunch of Q&As after Rob's honeymoon. So, boys, it's been an honor. You guys all know where to find us, and tune in next week.
Deuces.
Bye.